be here with you. Hello. You know, most of us, in fact, a lot of us around the world are feeling overwhelmed with all the news that is going around. You hear about the inflation, interest rates. That is rather a scary news to be listening to, especially if you listen to the news. And one thing that I did read an article, I will put the link in the comment section below. I did read an article by the World Economic Forum. They cited that Gallup did a survey of 116 countries, and 43% of those that responded claimed to have experienced stress. This was around 2020, 2021. And in 2019, it was just 38%. So there was like a 5% rise. You know, the pandemic has caused many of us to review our life, especially those of us that were into working 9 to 5. Many people have rejected the 9 to 5 work, and they're now embracing the side hustle culture, right? Now, many people have different side hustles or projects all around the place. And that reminded me of a situation that happened with one of my clients. During their session, they said to me, "Oh my goodness, Gospel, I have so many side hustles and projects going on at the same time. How am I going to deliver on all of this? I am feeling so stressed and overwhelmed. And you know, sometimes I'm even frustrated." I totally understand what she was going through. I get it. You know, once you now choose to leave the 9 to 5 culture and now you need to fend for yourself, you're trying to find money from different sources. And that can leave you feeling overwhelmed and frustrated. And that is why in today's live, I'm going to share with you 3 tips that you need to install today so that you can stop feeling overwhelmed and stressed and start enjoying the projects that you're doing and even be able to deliver them on time and good quality. Hello, if we've not met, my name is Gospel Edward Filia, and I am a financial wellness and health expert. I empower you to lead a healthier and wealthier lifestyle. I do that by holding workshops, sharing live videos and hints and tips like this, the one I'm about to watch, sharing you how you can start to create your own exceptional lifestyle. You know, being overwhelmed is not good for your health. We know this. But many of us fall prey to it because we feel like that if we don't do, we're not going to grow our income. And if you want to know these 3 tips, comment in the section below and share with me, what do you do each day to reduce your overwhelm or your stress level? So the first tip I shared with this particular client was that they need to map out their day. What does that look like? Perhaps maybe you use a Google spreadsheet or you even use a Google Calendar. You can map out your day. And one thing that I always encourage my clients to do is to put in their personal life first. Are you going to visit grandma? Are you going to visit your your friend in another city? Do you want to have lunch with your boyfriend or spouse? Write those out first. Do you want to have a spa day just for you? Write that first, because you need to look after yourself first. Map out your day, and then you start to put in every other thing, but create time for yourself first. So once you've mapped out your day, the second tip that I shared with this particular client was that they need to get a PhD in saying no graciously. That's right. You need to get a PhD, well, at least a master's, in saying no. And say no with grace. There is a way to say no to people without undermining them or making them feel that they did the most awful thing by asking you for something. So map out your day, get a PhD at saying no graciously. And the third tip that I shared was that they need to limit their meeting times. Now, most people now have embraced Zoom and, or shall we say, virtual meetings. They've embraced it, and so you will see people having one meeting after the other, after the other. I encourage my clients to not have more than 6 meetings in a day. If you have mapped out your day, you'll be able to fit in less than 6 meetings. You'd have taken care of yourself, done all the things that you need to do for your project or your side hustle, right? And that might involve your meeting. It is doable. It is possible. So those are the 3 tips that I wanted to share with you. Now, when you are working on your projects, how do you go about doing it so that you are making the most of your time and not feeling like you're doing all the things but nothing is happening? I share this tip about jam sessions. I got it from one of my mentors, Darren Hardy, and it's amazing. I know many people use the Pomodoro method or all the other different types of method, but the jam session is 90 minutes of focus intensity work. No distractions, nothing. Map out your day, get a PhD in saying no graciously, and limit the meeting times that you have, the amount of meetings you have. Don't do more than 6 meetings a day. No. Especially if they last up to an hour. One other thing, I thought about another tip to share with you was delegate your work. Now, maybe you don't have enough money to start hiring out people to do work for you. Look within your environment. If you have a supportive environment, look within your environment and try to get people that can help you from the beginning. Another tip is manage your expectations. Yeah, I've got a whole nother video on managing expectations. People are going to disappoint you. How are you going to deal with that? Deal with it graciously. So I would really love to know, what are your own tips? What would you do? How do you go about getting out of being too overwhelmed and be able to manage your project. So if there is a system that I share with my clients in which they plan their week on a Sunday, and so they know everything what they are going to do, and they are able to fit everything in. So Monday they know what they are doing, Tuesday they know what they are doing, and each of the projects that they have, they prioritize it. Okay, so when you're mapping out your day, you take all that as well into consideration. So the jam session, so once you've chosen to take care of you first, right, what gives you joy, what excites you, you've done that. Your self-care, you've done that. Then you can now add the other things like your side hustle, your projects, and work on your project 90 minutes spots, and don't have more than 6 meetings. And if you can, delegate and manage your expectation. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like more on how to create your own exceptional lifestyle, then check out my bio on my profile, and you will get to see that I've got a link to a free checklist, create your exceptional lifestyle. You can start today to start leading a life that is a lot more healthier, and you're putting more money into growing your net worth. After all, that is why you started your business, right? I know. So until next time, I'm wishing you ongoing success. You take care and you have a lovely day. Remember, you're unique. There's only one you have here out here in the streets. So you go out there and be your unique self. Ciao.